I sat in white rooms with white coats and left with empty answers. They said that I had plateaued. They said that they had gone as far as they could, that I just had to accept that this was now my new life. More rest, more pills, more patience, they said. But God already knew the truth. God blocked it. I'd survived a car crash that could have killed me. I repeatedly told my doctors this was not my destiny. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't dramatic. I was traumatized. And God was with me the whole time. You see, I stood in medical mistrust and misunderstood pain. There's a unique kind of grief that comes from being in pain and not being heard. Here's what I experienced in my battle for truth and care. Doctors dismissed my exhaustion as depression, anxiety, complex PTSD, and the list goes on and on. My head trauma was what I needed to get used to, is what I was told, until I could barely think. I left appointments feeling worse than when I arrived. I was told, you have to accept it. And I kept saying that if I accept this as my destiny, I won't get any better. My mind, my soul, all screamed otherwise. The medical system treated my symptoms, not the story. I knew I needed answers beyond the exam room. So I took my recovery back and I took it into God's hands and I placed it there. I discovered trauma recovery tools, herbs, and phototherapy patches. And then that's when recovery really began. See, in Psalms 147 and 3, it says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. When people don't understand your wounds, God binds them up. That's why it's important that you take the first step. Hit that subscribe bell, hit that button, because that will prompt you to stay engaged. And that is a part of our journey. That's a part of our recovery journey. Staying engaged, taking one step at a time, one breath at a time, right? So here's some lessons from the trauma informed girl. A trauma informed girl thought something was wrong with her because the experts couldn't find specifically the solution. But God said, Your body isn't lying. Most just are not trained to listen. So I became my own advocate. I partnered with the Holy Spirit and I built a new care team, one that didn't silence my story, one that helped me steward my body, not shame it. Our spiritual reflection today comes from Luke 8 and 48. It says, Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace. Jesus saw the woman before the crowd did. He acknowledged her pain before anyone validated it. God sees your invisible wounds, and his healing starts where human understanding ends. Our call to action for today, I want you to ask yourself, where have I doubted myself because a doctor didn't believe me? How would I how would I recover my body differently if I trusted my own truth? If you're ready to begin recovery with support that listens to the whole you, take a deep breath. Hit that subscribe bell and the bell, so that it can remind you and keep you in the constant loop. This is the first step to committing to your own recovery journey. That's it. Now you've taken the first step to rewiring your brain from the damage that trauma may have caused. For additional support, check out the links in the description box. Remember, your journey is as unique as your fingerprints. Let us support your journey. Look in the description box and check what fits you, what feels right to you. A word of encouragement, I want to leave you with this. Just because they didn't believe you doesn't mean it wasn't real. God believed you the first time, and He's still writing your recovery story. Remember, we are recovering one breath at a time. Give yourself grace and stay fearless. Bye for now.